Welcome to all of you on this. Oh my God, it's Friday. Hang on a second. Where do I want to be today? Oh, here. Tzfat. We're going to be in Tzfat, in Tzfat. For Shabbat, we are getting into Shabbat on this Friday. So I always choose a fun background. This is, I have said before, the Blue Synagogue in Tzfat, which was a place where one of the wonderful schools of Kabbalah were hosted, with wonderful teachers in the 1600s who really contributed to the renewal of Kabbalah and to make Kabbalah what it's known to be today. So this is one of the places behind me where we witnessed 400 years ago the rebirth of Kabbalah, or the ongoing rebirth of Kabbalah. So maybe we'll do a little Kabbalah meditation today. I got to figure out what that might be, because all the meditations are Kabbalah anyways. But all right, let's get started. And as we come to sit together in the virtual meditation hall that connects all of us in time and space, I invite us all to begin with a chant to set the energies, to set the intention for our meditation today. The chant Shalom, the chant for peace, wholeness, and harmony. Letting the body recover after the chant, the natural breath, the natural flow of whatever the body needs to breathe. And just we rest back and just become the observer of the experience that is unfolding before us and within us. We rest as the field of awareness. The field of awareness is a vast spaciousness where all content comes to unfold before us. content of mind, all the sensations, desires, emotions, all of it, content arising in a field of awareness. Little wavelets emerging from the ocean of awareness. If you haven't decided to meditate with your eyes closed today, I invite you now to close your eyes. And really spend a few moments to deeply settle into the moment. Just relaxing completely. Keeping track of the breath coming in and going out, but really insisting on complete relaxation, releasing any tension anywhere. Not to the point of falling asleep, we have to remain completely alert, but completely relaxed. And feel yourself really grounded with either the chair on which you're sitting or the pillow, the zafu, the cushion. Feel the weight of gravity just pulling you down. Feel yourself completely rooted in this earth. Feel all the sensations from beneath you. And continue to relax. Every out breath, really an opportunity to let go a little more, to surrender a little more. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing else to be doing. You can stop pretending to be anything you're not. You can let go of the persona, of all the layers of identity. Right now, you are no one, nothing, just pretending. You're no one, you're nothing. You don't have a history, you don't have a past. You're absolutely nothing, no one. There's nothing to hold on to, not even your name. You have no name, no identity. Imagine you're completely amnesiac, you've forgotten all the content of all the baggage of self that you've been carrying all this time. Just nobody, just nobody. You're nobody, nobody. Nobody, no preference, no better, no worse. You're a clean slate. You're an emptiness. You're an empty container. Empty, completely empty. There's just the breath coming in and going out. There's just the sense of aliveness, energies of beingness. I want you to rest in the sense of hearing. I want you to completely rest as the listening ear, as the listening consciousness. Just really focusing completely on all the sounds all around. Our sense of hearing is a surround sound system. It hears everything 360 degrees all around, up and down. It's a vast, vast bubble that expands on all sides. If you deeply listen to everything around, the sounds that you might perceive could be miles and miles away, miles and miles away. But just find yourself in this vast, almost infinite field of listening. And just really with great intent and great concentration, listen. Listen to everything, reject nothing. Every single minute little subtle sound is welcome. Every big boom, every loud noise, everything is welcome. There's nothing you can do to stop it anyway, because the field of listening includes everything. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't leave things out. Everything enters into the vast field of listening. As you listen deeply, see if you can really hear the most subtle little sound. Pay very close attention. Be very mindful. Be very aware. Very alert. Be very curious. Very curious. What else can you perceive? What else can you hear? What else can you listen for? You might even be able to listen to the gentle breeze, the subtle rustling of the leaves on the tree. A bird far away, chirping. Feel the vastness of the field of listening. If you pay close attention, you might hear the subtle sounds of the breath itself if it's calmed down completely. Not just the sensations in the nostrils or the back of the throat, just try to listen. Listen to the subtle, subtle sound of the breath. The sound of your heart beating. Pay close attention to every sound. You might even be listening if you're really, really curious, if you're really paying attention. You might start to be listening to the inner sound inside the ear itself. And then reach out for the farthest places in the field of listening. Extend the listening as far as it can go, up, down, sideways, in the front, in the back. And notice that the sound seem to all arise inside the field of listening. And every sound seems to be arising out of silence, out of nothingness. And then as the sound peters off, it seems to be returning back into the silence. Some sounds last a little longer, like a plane miles away, flying over. It's here, that sound, although it changes every second, but it seems to be here for maybe a minute or so, but then also that sound's returned into the silence. It emerged out of the silence. Suddenly we perceived it. It flies over and then returns into the silence. We don't exactly actually know if it was a plane. We only hear a sound. We just associate that sound with a concept in our imagination. The concept of a plane. But we have no way of knowing if that was actually what it was. We just make up a story, an association to the sound. All we really had was the sound. It's like the sound of this voice. If you pay close attention, the sound of this voice listen how it arises out of silence. It arises out of the silence, and when the sentence is over, when the last word has been spoken, it returns into the silence. It arises inside the field of listening and then disappears back into the silence. And if you pay close attention, every sound is like that. It arises out of nothingness into the field of listening. And then when it exhausts itself, it returns into the silence from which it came. It's most discernible if you really pay attention to the sound of this voice. See how it came out of the silence, out of nothingness, and see how it returns now into the silence. Born out of nothing and returning into nothing. But for the few seconds it exists inside the field of awareness. inside the field of listening. In fact, there is no sound that doesn't happen anywhere but inside the field of listening. There is no sound outside of the field of listening. No outside. No outside. There is no other field of listening on the left or on the right of us. There is just the field of listening, within which every sound, every noise, every voice arises and passes away, appears and disappears. No inside, no outside. No outside, no inside. Just the field of listening. And every sound that arises is like a wave rising from the vast ocean of awareness. And as the sound dies off and returns, it returns into the ocean of awareness, just like a wave. The sound is no other than the field of awareness. It is awareness becoming sound, just like a wave is no other than the ocean. It is just the ocean becoming wave. So every sound is an expression of awareness, just like every wave is an expression of the ocean, arising from the ocean, returning into the ocean. Every sound arising from the silence, from awareness, and returning into awareness. Every sound, every word, every noise. Born out of Yud-He Vav, becoming Elohim, and then returning into Yud-He Vav, if you want to make it a Kabbalistic meditation. Every sound arising in the emptiness of the one, becoming the sound of the many, returning into the emptiness of the one. Every word, a word of God. Every sound, a sound of God. Every song, a melody of God. Or the force, or the presence, or whatever you want to call it. Every wave, an expression of the ocean. Every sound arising from the field, in the field of awareness, returning into the silence. So Shema, listen. Listen to the sound of God all around us, all within, nothing outside, everything inside. There is no outside and no inside, just everything inside. But that's not a right word because inside only exists in contradistinction from outside. But in this case, there is no outside, but that's the only word we have. But everything within the field of listening, the field of awareness. Notice it. You are that. And if you listen to the thoughts too come out of nothingness and return to nothingness. Everything within the field of awareness, everything inside, no outside. So listen, Israel. Listen, Israel. Listen and remember the field of awareness you are. And try, if you can, to stay in the field of listening, while at the same time gently emerging out of the practice. Taking a couple of deeper breaths, perhaps, to help with the transition, and stretching the body if it needs to be so. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And we'll close, as always, with a Shalom chant, inviting you to remain as much as you can into this field of awareness, field of listening, kind of this resting back, that observes everything, that hears everything, as content entering into the field, but not identified with any of it. And carry this through your Shabbat, if you are able. For now, we'll close, as always, with our Shalom chants as we dedicate our practice to all beings. That whatever we have gained or received or remembered or recognized during this meditation be for the greatest good of all, for the greatest good of all. And may all beings find greater wholeness, greater harmony, and greater peace in their hearts and in their lives. Modeni. Thank you all. Shabbat Shalom.
Modena, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Nada ani Shabbat Shalom.
Ani, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Teaching. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Take care, everybody.